Part 12, Substitution, Replacement. You will find this on page 89 in the Namibian Mathematics Grade 9 textbook, y equals mx plus c to success. Substitution is replacing algebraic symbols, the letters, with arithmetic values. We use different values for different replacement values of the symbol, placeholder of the term. Okay, let's look at an example. Find the value of 2x to the power 3 if x is 3. Now always put brackets around the variable. Then remove the variable and in the place of x, substitute negative 3. It seems to me there's a negative missing. Okay, so basically I'm just going to say then negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. Remember to first do the power. That's negative 27. And then I multiply by 2, and that's negative 54. So use brackets around the variables, replace the variable by the number, simplify, first calculate the power. Very important. Okay. I want you to do for me, try now 23, do number A, number D, number F, as well as number J. You can stop the video, and as soon as you are finished, you can continue with the video. Okay, try now 23. And we are going to start with number A. So if it's A to the power of 20. Now I always like to just do, remember there you're going to do the replacement. So in the place of A, I put 1 and 20. But remember, it's 1 times 1 times 1, 20 times. But it's just 1 times 1. So this will just stay 1. You can even press it on the calculator. Press 1, that 20, and that's going to give you 1. Okay. Number D. If it's 4B3. Okay, again, remember, around the variable, put brackets. And then rewrite everything and just clear the inside. And then in the inside, I look, what is B? B is 2, so I put in 2. Now, don't forget, you must first do this power. So basically, I just rewrite the 4. And then I say 2 times 2 times 2, that is 8. And then I say 4 times 8, and that is 32. Okay. Then I'm going to do number F. I'm just going to change colors. So this is going to be 3A, 4, 4. Now I still prefer that because if you do the substitution correctly, you can usually get 1 mark in the exams. So make it a big bracket. Make 3. Make a smaller bracket. Write 4 and 4. So I actually rewrite everything. I just clean the inside of the bracket. Then I look what was A. But remember, A was just 1. Now, you have to start with the inside. So meaning you will rewrite everything and you will first work that inside bracket out. So 1 to the power of 4, it will just be 1. And now you can multiply. So you can say 3 times 1, that's 3. And now it's to the power of 4. And now you can say 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Or you can say 3 to the power of 4, and that's going to give you an answer of 81. Okay, let's look, or let's just make space, and then we can look at the last one. Okay, and that is number J. So it's 7A30 G3. Okay, so basically, remember, around the variables, put brackets. So if you do this, and you just say 30, and you put B, and you put G, and you put 3. Okay, now I'm going to just do the replacement. So in the place of A, it's just 1. In the place of B, it's 2. And in the place of G, it's negative 1. So usually for doing that correct, you can get 1 mark in the exam, and that was easy. Okay, remember, we must first do the powers. So we must first do this. Okay, and what do we do with the rest? We just rewrite it. So it's 7. Then 1 to the power of 3, that just stay 1. I rewrite the 2. Now, negative 1 to the power, it's negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1. There's 3 negative signs. That's an odd number, so the sign will be negative, but it will still be 1. So it's negative 1. And now I can multiply. Now I can say 7 times 1 times 2 times that negative 1, and that will give me an answer of negative 14. Okay. Now, that was very simple ones. Let's look at the first, a few more complicated ones, or more than one term. That was just one term. Now, if you look at more than one term, so find the values. There's 1, 2, 3 terms, and I'd actually do the same. Now, very important, you're going to finish a term and get just one number for that term. Do exactly the same. Do the substitution. First do the powers and get one number for that term. And then do and get one number for that term. And as soon as you have your three numbers, there was 3 terms, then you can calculate it or use a calculator to find the answer. Okay, note, if one of the variables in the term is replaced by 0, the whole term becomes 0. Because there was a 3 multiply A, multiply B, multiply C. And as soon as you multiply by 0, the whole term will become 0. Okay, and it's exactly the same. We first just did the powers, and then after we did the powers, we can just multiply, and that was the final answer. Okay, so if I go to the next one, I want you to do the following. Let's look at try now 24. Okay, 24. We can do number 1. Okay, let's do a more difficult one. And then 2, we can do B, and we can do D. That 3 numbers you can do. Okay, it's more than one term. Again, you can stop the video, and as soon as you are finished, you can continue with the video. So it's try now, and it's 24. Okay, let's start with number 1 and number D. First, just write down the expression. Remember, it's an expression. It's not an equation because there's not an equal sign. That's why it's an expression. Okay, now remember what I said. I prefer that you put your brackets there and that basically just clean the brackets, clean the inside. Okay, and then in the place of A, I put 1. And in the place of B, I put -2. Okay, now remember, you must first do this powers. Okay, that to the power. So basically, I'm just rewriting, and 1 times 1, it stays 1. There's the 5. Okay, be careful. This is -2 times -2. There's 2 negative signs, so it's an even number, so it's positive. So 2 times 2 is 4. That's +4. You don't have to write that positive. Okay, and now you can go and you can say 4 times 1, that will be 4. The next one, 5 times 4, that will be 20. And if you add it up, you are going to get an answer of 24. Okay, let's do number 2. Number 2B. Again, first write down your expression. Okay, and again, brackets, 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 brackets. Rewrite everything and just clean the inside of the bracket. And now I can substitute. In the place of C, I put 3. In the place of A, I put 1. In the place of B, I put 2. In the place of C, again, I put 3. And in the place of D, I put 0. Remember, there was 1, 2, 3 terms. And due to that 0, that whole term will become a 0. Okay, but again, let's just calculate. So there's no power, so that's fine. So 4 times 3, that's 12. 3 times 2, what will that be? 6, okay. And then as soon as I multiply 4 times 3 times 0, it's 0. And then I will just say 12 plus 6, what will that be? That will give me an answer of 18. Okay, and then we're just going to do that final one. Okay, and that's number D. So it's 3ABC minus 3DE. Again, brackets, 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 brackets. Rewrite everything and just clean the inside of the brackets. And now in the place of A, remember it was 1, B was 2, C was 3, D was 0, and E was the fraction. Oh, luckily that will become 0. So you don't have to deal with the fraction. So 3 times 2 is 6 times 3, that is going to give me an answer of 18. And then as soon as I multiply with a 0, everything becomes 0. And this answer is also going to be 18. We will continue with substitution in the next part.